In a Manchester dining room, celebrities will host 4 dinner guests they've never met.
Darlings.
Oh my God, it's you!
All have had a DNA test, and at least one of them is related to the famous face.
We could totally be related.
The game is to work out who.
Her maiden name was Mumford.
Wow.
It's got to be me.
Looking at those eyes, they're piercing me like my daddy.
I can't find the connection.
She's got the nose.
Could it be me?
With up to £1,000 to be won, will anyone guess correctly
This is the money.
before the DNA results are revealed?
My cousin is...
It's twisting my melon.
The first potential cousin to arrive is Alex, a chemistry teacher from London who's been told his looks are rather magical.
Some people have said that I look like Harry Potter. People would always come up to me in like supermarkets and the children were like, oh, it's Harry Potter. And I'd be like, yeah.
Maybe it's the glasses. What about other facial traits?
So brown hair and the blue eyes or greeny eyes. It's quite rare.
That's because you're a wizard. Next to arrive is Jilly, a retired restaurant owner from Preston who's on the lookout for musical talents.
There is a singing gene in the family.
Oh, give us a tune.
I don't have it.
Oh, OK. How good are your detective skills then?
I'm very observant. If I'm driving, I remember where I've been.
Very handy and good to know. Hoping for fame in her family is June, a retired teacher from West Malling, and she has a bit of a heady list of family traits.
The hair, definitely, because this is natural colour for my age.
Well, you do have wonderful hair. What else?
Old photographs that I've looked at, there are people very high forehead. When I commented on this to someone in the family, they said, no, he's just going bald.
Well, at least you've no risk of that, June. That just leaves Dominic, an airline cabin crew manager from Caterham. Oh, what celebs have you flown with then?
I can't disclose that, I'm sorry.
Oh, spoil sport. OK, have you got a famous double?
Apparently I look like Louis Theroux according to my in-laws.
Well, let's hope you're good at asking the right questions then, Dominic.
Oh, hello.
Yes. Oh, hi.
With all 4 diners gathered...
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
And the celebrity on their way...
Any idea?
I haven't got the foggiest.
Maybe these 3 objects will help them work out who the famous face could be.
Ooh, wow, what is that?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, disco
A dancer,
ball.
definitely, a dancer.
I'm thinking theatrical, theatre, drama,
Yes,
maybe actor or
definitely,
actress.
definitely.
Could be.
What do you think?
June, they're not yours, are they?
I think the silence is your answer. Harry Potter.
I'm thinking it's someone from Strictly.
I think it's Michelle Visage.
Yes, and she was on Strictly, wasn't she?
With the mystery star almost here, will anyone guess correctly?
Didn't Craig Revel Horwood do drag at one point?
He did.
Yes.
He was in a
Musical
pantomime,
theatre,
yes.
Yeah.
Craig's a good guess, though, I think.
OK, you lot, time to get your shimmies on as the star is almost here.
Darlings.
Craig Revel Horwood, Strictly Come Dancing's flamboyant, sharp-tongued judge who first sparkled as a dancer in West End shows like Cats and now twinkles as a choreographer and director. How utterly fabulous!
Alex, Jill, Dominic.
And June.
When I first walked in, I thought, well, none of them look like me. You have the same eyes as my cousin.
Oh.
Not so rare after all then, Alex.
I've got dark eyes with hazel and his are blue, and that's just like my cousin Logan. So I was thinking, wow, and plus they have similar features.
Looking at Craig and looking at the other 3, I think the closest resemblance would be Alex. But it could be any one of the 3, or even me.
So all of you then, June.
June, of course, you do look a little bit like my mum.
Yes, and you've got the high forehead that's in my family.
Don't mention bald, June.
And you are the same height as her as well. I can't see any resemblance with you.
Oh, Jilly.
Unless you're a classical ballet dancer or something, darling.
I'm the little odd one out. I don't know where I fit in.
I'm a classically trained musician, but...
Oh,
yeah.
say musician, that runs in the family.
Yeah.
Well, French horn was the most classical
I
instrument.
play French horn.
OMG, see, this is going to be a nightmare. Having a new family member is a bit alarming because I have a massive family anyway. But I'm super excited about it. I really don't know who it's going to be yet. That's the worst bit.
With the scene set, fizz are flowing, and family stories about to be revealed,
Oh, doesn't this look posh?
it's time to play the first of 3 rounds.
map of me. We're about to sample some traditional tipples to reveal the places around the world my family are from.
Which of these shots will reveal the strongest clues as to who might be related to Craig?
England, darling. Devon and Cornwall in particular. Cornish, cloudy, cider. Let's say cheers to that.
Cheers.
Devon and Cornwall. England, darling.
Cheers.
To our English heritage. Boom, down in one June.
Bottoms up, everyone.
My dad was in the Navy for 20 years, and I started school in Fareham, so that's sort of Devon, Cornwall. But I was born in Australia, and I didn't even know that I had any...
Lineage over
Yeah,
here.
anything. My family grew up in a town called Ballarat. I was born there. All the kids were born there by my brother, who was born in Sydney. My mum was from that area. My dad, my great-grandfather, they were all there for the gold rush. They thought that they were going to create a better life, and that's certainly why part of my family went out there. The other part is connected to actually where we are now, Manchester.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ashton-under-Lyne.
Ashton-under-Lyne, yeah.
But my dad was in the Navy, so we moved around every 2 years, and my father did his naval training in Portsmouth. Have you got any
I don't,
interesting
personally,
things
other
from
than
England,
we used to
Devon
go
and
there on
Cornwall?
holiday. At the moment, I live near Preston, born in Southport, and the majority of my family are all from a very close area. They've not really gone anywhere.
So that's a no, then.
My mum's from London. She's from Putney, and her family, her mum's side, are all from Hammersmith. And yeah, there's no link to Devon and Cornwall.
Great. Dominic?
I am from Kent, born and bred. My grandparents are predominantly from West London.
Nothing there either. June?
My father was in the Air Force for 30 years. I went to nearly 11 schools in total.
Yeah, the same.
Yes.
Did you have problems making friends?
No.
Didn't you?
No.
I had problems making friends.
Oh,
Why
you're
is
quite
that?
shy, you see, aren't you?
Yeah, I am very shy.
June and Craig clearly hit it off. I really wouldn't be surprised if June came out as she was the connection.
Will tipple number 2 reveal more connections to Craig?
Bonnie, Scotland! I can't do this.
Okay.
Scotch whiskey. I do like whiskey. Oh, I was enjoying the shots, obviously. That runs in my family. And June next to me was knocking them back as well and loving it. My cousin lived in Scotland for 7 years, and he's a piper.
Oh, wow.
And he lived there with his family and only recently moved back to Australia.
I'm 32% Scottish.
Are you?
Really?
Like, in terms of my living family, I don't know who's Scottish.
I've only got 5% Scottish.
There's nothing on my DNA with Scotland.
My maternal grandfather was from Scotland, and then they moved down to London, where he met my grandmother, and that's where the London side of the family comes.
See, more and more I'm thinking that we might be related.
I did think that there's that connection, absolutely.
Scotland scores almost a full house around the table, but what about Ireland?
Ireland!
Oh, yeah.
Red lemonade. The only connection I have is I was in Cats in Dublin. Cats the musical.
My grandfather was Irish. He came over after the famine. He met my grandmother, who was Jewish.
A lot of my family came over during the Irish potato famine in the 19th century.
I've only got a link through marriage. Mine's not a direct DNA link.
I have some Irish connections. So 3 of my grandparents are Irish. My mum's dad, he came from Wexford, and then my dad's side are all Irish. They're from the south of Ireland, County Kerry. We've got things in common. I don't know much about my Irish connection, especially on my dad's side, and neither did Craig.
What do we think of this red lemonade? I think it'd be better over ice with vodka in it.
It's a disaster, darling, from Craig for the Irish tipple. Moving on, will a final Welsh brew stir up any links to Craig?
Welsh beer. I do love Wales.
I've got a big connection there as well.
Have you?
Yeah, great-grandfather. He was a Victorian magician.
Oh, wow.
June, in particular, seems to have relatives everywhere, like he does.
He was born John Jones from Llangollen in North Wales, became a magician about the age of 19.
That is quite mad. I mean, my grandfather, on my father's side, the Revel, he was a magician and a children's entertainer.
Oh, yes, his was as
Bizarrely.
well.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yes.
My grandfather, his name was Revel Horwood, and used to ride a penny farthing through the streets of Ballarat. He taught me my first magic trick and the theatre to it all. That
So
I
it's
really
in your
liked.
blood as well.
Yeah.
We once again had this empathy with each other in our families.
June shared a lot in common with me, you know, and I thought, well, maybe it's her.
I've got 0% Welsh. Apart from Craig's Welsh percentage, we do seem to match. Scottish, Irish, English. That's literally mine.
I do have 3% on the Welsh side, but I don't know where that comes in.
I don't think we're related at all
No,
at this
I
point, but
don't.
it could turn out that we
You
are.
never know.
Keep the faith, Jilly.
You know, I thought of myself as quite exotic and have discovered that I'm actually not. I'm really run-of-the-mill.
You're definitely not run-of-the-mill, Craig. So, after that round, everyone shares Craig's English DNA, but with no ties to Devon and Cornwall. Most have links to Wales, except Alex, and they all share links to Ireland and Scotland with Craig, apart from Jilly. Time for starters.
Oh.
Thank you.
And a bit of a moment for the diners to digest what they've learnt so far.
I think June, out of everyone, would be the most likely to be Craig's cousin.
I think certainly after round one, both myself and June have very close connections to Craig.
There was a lot of connections for the other 3 people, and I sort of felt like, what am I doing here?
I thought it might be Jilly because she didn't have any connections that the rest of us had. And I thought, this is very clever. She's in here as a red herring.
I really like June. She feels like she belongs in the family. She's sort of got the party vibe like my mum does as well. But my money would be on Dominic.
Coming up, shocks are in store.
She was an actress on the West End stage.
That's a bit insane.
And it's the big reveal.
Oh, that's bizarre. This is called Show Us Your Treasures.
Show Us Your Treasures gives these lovelies another chance to tell more family stories. But just who will share most links to Craig?
Boom.
Ooh, that's mine. That's a picture of my grandmother's great-grandmother. So she's from London, and she was an actress on the West End stage.
Oh,
yeah.
Was she?
Yeah, she was.
And look at that waist. I've been dying for that in drag, darling. So I could, in fact, be related to her. It was interesting to see that, you know, there are other thespians within this group, you know, in the family and the DNA that have treaded the boards. She has a high forehead as well.
Yes, I said that to Dominic.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely something that could contribute to me thinking maybe I am related.
I hope she is related to me. Now I know where I get my beauty from.
Yeah, it's the poise.
It is.
High hopes from Alex. But will the next treasure spark any links?
Who is owning up to this?
Me. That's my mother. She's doing a clog dance.
That's a bit insane. Because I've got clog dancing in my family.
Have you?
Yeah, majorly though.
She went to a performing arts type of school, and from then on she was a professional touring all over the place.
That's it's blown me away. Because this is my one.
Put that on there.
And this is my great-great-grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Harry Macklin Shaw. And he's from my grandmother's side of the family. And he was a clog dancer.
Oh. Connection.
Yeah.
The clog dancing connection was pretty incredible.
We could totally be related.
Yeah.
I thought, well, that's got to be it. You know, but there's so many things are there to confuse you.
He had clog dancers in his family as well. So even if we're not related, we have so much in common with our ancestors.
But he used to work in the mills near Manchester, Ashton-under-Lyne, and the cotton mills. And they all wore work boots, which were clogs, to make the noises. And they used to stand there and clog dance to keep warm. It's amazing. Yeah, and they'd come out with rhythms in their feet to do with the machinery.
So I had family in the mills. There was a mill in a town called, well, it's a village really, called Walmer Bridge, which is near Preston. And my granddads, on my dad's side, 2 or 3 of them worked in that mill. They were all singers because they were brought up in the Methodist church. And I know that they worked in the mills.
Same.
I had that small connection with Craig. I had ancestors on my dad's side who worked in the cotton mills in Lancashire.
Jilly obviously had a connection to the mills. And I went, oh, well, maybe, because ancestrally, that's where I came from.
Jilly was less likely at the start of round 2, but now she could be in the running.
Show Us Your Treasures has been most enlightening. Only because with every single one of you,
Yes.
we now have a connection. And the similarities are just bizarre. I mean, clog dancing.
Did you look at my mother's
artists.
nose?
Don't mention the nose, darling. This one has been technically removed. And I had that. Although, that being said, Dominic, my nose sways to the side.
As does mine, sways to the side ever so slightly.
Yeah.
So it's not because of a broken nose. It's
And neither is
genetics.
mine. It's just genetic
Yeah, that's all
with
it is.
me.
Oh, has Craig sniffed out a family clue?
It's a trait that certainly runs down my mother's side of the family to have that bit of a kink in her nose. So I might not be Craig's cousin, but we certainly got the same nose.
The reason it could be Dominic is got the facial features, the twisted nose.
Right.
Although Craig's had a new one.
Well, that is true, June, yes.
But I've got an odd thing on my little finger as well.
As
where
I've got a
my-
little odd tweak on my right index finger.
I mean, it's just weird. It's weird. It sort of freaked me out a bit, I've got to say. This one's bent, this one's straight.
Little finger gate, that was really interesting. That could be some random DNA streak that's running amongst all of the men on the table. But yeah, who knows?
There you go, you've got a bump.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mine's more pronounced because I'm triple your age.
Time for the mains. And have any of the diners worked out who is related to Craig?
I think that June is the connection at the end of round 2.
There's every possibility it could well be June.
At the end of Show Us Your Treasures, I was leaning towards June and Dominic being possible cousins of Craig's.
I think Dominic, because they both had a slightly twisted nose, funny fingers, but I also think Jill.
I think there's too many elements with June for her not to be part of my DNA.
Well, here comes the final chance for these four to suss out a few more family similarities through words associated with Craig.
Here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh, here we go. Talented genes. Well, yeah, there are talented genes in my family.
Yeah.
When people say it's in your blood, I think that is true. I've done Cats, I've done Miss Saigon in the West End. Darling, I mean, the list is endless. I mean, I have literally been, trading the boards, I feel, all my life.
Dad was a member of the local opera group in Preston.
I love opera. So, Dominic, talented genes.
All of my family and my siblings were all musicians, all classically trained. My sister plays the flute, my brother used to play the drums and the clarinet, another one played the trombone, my mother played the flute, as did my grandmother.
Wow.
So yeah, all very musically talented.
Blimey, you sure your name's not Von Trapp?
There's just been a few connections where I wondered, would it be Dominic?
Next word, please, Craig.
Family dish. Everyone's got a family dish.
Yes, they do.
Shall I say mine first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plum pudding. Christmas plum pudding. There's no plums in it.
Yes.
This is my grandmother's recipe. It was been handed down through the years.
My grandma's family recipe is her spaghetti bolognese, but there's not actual tomatoes in the spaghetti bolognese. The secret ingredient, which I don't mind sharing, she uses a tin of Heinz tomato soup.
Oh.
She puts that into the spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not heard of that before.
I have. Yep. I actually do that sometimes
Oh,
myself.
okay, right.
That's a family trait.
That's a family trait there. Gonna tell Grandma that Craig Revel Horwood completely is down for her spaghetti bolognese.
So I'm going to cheers to
Cheers.
all of our beautiful and gorgeous DNA.
Yes. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Boom.
Cheers, darlings. And with the final round done, it's time for desserts.
My darlings, I have a fantastic surprise for you. I've had my plum pudding made. Look at that!
Time to ponder over Pud before making a final guess on who they think Craig's cousin could be.
I've always admired him. I've always thought he was a lovely guy, and he's proved it.
I would be delighted if I was Craig's cousin.
And who is getting a 10 out of 10 from Craig?
It's for me out of two people, and that is June and Dominic. Whatever the outcome is, I shall accept it and welcome them with my loving arms into the family fold.
With £1,000 at stake for guessing correctly, who will the diners pick?
Made my decision.
Well, it's time to find out.
So, Alex, darling, tell me, who did you think it is?
Well, I think it is Dominic and Jilly.
Ah! OK, it's your turn, June. Who did you think it is?
I thought it was the same, Jill and Dominic.
Dominic, it's your turn. Come on, spill the beans. Who?
I'm going to break the mould. I thought it was June.
Jill, who did you think?
Well, I thought it's Dominic.
Ah.
But only DNA can truly reveal who is related to Craig.
OK, well, I have the gorgeous little gold envelope here, and I have to admit, I'm slightly nervous. OK. Ah. That's bizarre. I have one DNA match. My cousin is... Chili!
Oh!
Yeah!
Wow. How weird is that? Yeah, made my day.
Here, darling.
Thank you.
Oh, my blood, my life, my soul.
Gilly and Craig are most likely linked through Craig's 3 times great-grandparents, the Lloyds, who lived in Lancashire in the early 1800s.
Oh, how fabulous.
I know.
I can't believe it. I'm seriously shocked. I had absolutely no idea. I honestly didn't think I had a chance at all.
Neither did I, really. I did not see that coming. Gilly, I thought, no. I just completely took her out the equation. Yeah, there was the mill thing, and that, I suppose, does equate to evidence, but there were no other traits. But it was all down to Gilly. That's amazing. And the mills. There we go.
And with no correct guesses, nobody wins the £1,000.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
right.
always be lovely cousins. I'm so pleased. I've got Gilly now as my cousin. I think that's fantastic. And under you go, darling.
Thank you.
Well, love it.
Next time, 4 more prospective cousins will enter the dining room, but who will be related to a rebellious rock star?
I'm so buzzing. I can't believe it. I literally cannot believe it.